Hi, Sandy. Can you see me?
Yes, I can. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. You?
I'm doing awesome. So I was
Okay.
just here telling my audience before you popped on that I really take a biblical approach to why it's important to be a good steward of the blessings that are provided to you and that type of stuff. And,
Of course.
I know that you have a big passion and desire for retirement. And
Yeah.
so I kind of want to start with this proverb, which is Proverbs 21. 5, which says, "The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty." So, that's why I know, it's in there in the Bible. You can learn so much from God just about money
Of
alone.
course.
And so that's kind of the idea. So we need a
Love
plan
it.
here, a way to move towards retirement. So if you'll just tell us and our audience here a little bit about yourself and why you're passionate about retirement planning, because I know you've been doing a very long time.
Sure, definitely. So first of all, thank you for having me on, and happy to share all
Thank
that
you.
information. So, yes, I am passionate about finance and helping others, and that's truly what it is. It's truly what it comes down to is helping other people. And that proverb that you just said, and talking about diligence, right? I think the biggest challenge that I see day in and day out is we're not that diligent on average, right? I mean, there's always those one percenters who are extremely diligent and do the right things, or are smarter than all of us, that prosper and do everything. But the general public that I see and I talk to all the time, they don't have that diligence that you were just talking about. And it's the coaching aspect of teaching those people how to be diligent with their finances and be smart with their money and doing the right things so they can live a life when they want to and retire the way that they want to. Where I see so many people that try to do it on their own and aren't diligent about that fail miserably,
Well,
right?
accountability
So
is
I
great in anything you do.
of course. Of course it is. Yes. So that's why I love doing what I do, right? So, I mean, obviously, I've been doing this for quite a while, and I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. However, it's always good seeing it through another person's eyes and helping them. Because if you look at the statistics, we see, I'm not going to bore you with all the statistics, but the majority of U.S., people who try to retire are retiring with no money, and they can't afford to retire, and that's the
That's the
big challenge
reality
that
of
we're
it right
seeing.
now, isn't it? And
Of
and you
course it
and you
is.
have I know from leading financial peace, you have people that had planned for retirement but didn't plan well enough, and people are living
Right.
longer and they're
Yeah.
having to go back to work and get a new plan. So
Yeah. Yeah, and we've done financial piece as well, so totally understand where you're going from there. But you're 100% right. So, and the whole point of all of this is being diligent and teaching people and coaching them through their life from the point they are right now. Right? I can't do anything about the past, but what we can focus on is what they're currently doing right now and how they can plan for the future.
awesome. So can I ask you a
Yes,
question then? Uh,
of course.
Okay, so what does this mean to you as a retirement expert? It's Ecclesiastes 11, or verse 2. Invest in seven ventures, yes, in eight. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land. So, what does that mean to you?
Yes, love that. Love that. So it basically that boils down to one major thing and one minor thing, right? So the major thing for me that I see from that proverb is diversification, right? And I think that's solely what that speaks to is diversification. The other thing I think is open-mindedness, right? So people are always very, very focused on what they know and what they're focused on and can only do one task or one thing. Not many people can multitask, but what the point of all of that is truly being diversified and open-minded to other things that can help us prosper, right? And
Exactly.
these are things that we don't even know exist today. There are probably a handful of people, maybe not watching right now, will watch the replay of this, that don't even know what we're talking about right now and will hear this and need to know about it because the opportunity is so good. And
Exactly.
being open-minded to that and being diversified away from what you're currently doing. And then we're not teaching people to, that proverb also says, don't, you don't want to quit what you're currently doing and focus on something until you have a good grasp on it, but at least complement what you're currently doing, because you don't know what the land is going to do, if that's going to die in one area and open up for
Exactly,
somewhere
just in a
else.
simple, more childish phase. It reminds you, don't put all your eggs in one basket. What happens if you drop the
Yes,
basket, So I think everyone can
exactly.
understand that right there. So that leads me kind of
So
to
true.
the next question I have for you.
Okay.
So how has retirement planning actually changed over the last 20 years of, of your business? You've been in the retirement industry for 20 plus years.
Yes.
What have you seen that's changed, and what are the new trends?
Yeah. So, what's changed? I think technology has gotten a lot better for us to help our clients, and that's what's trending. But I think the biggest thing to take it a little step further is what hasn't changed over the last 20 something years, quite honestly. And that comes back down to the diligence of what you were talking about before and what the average person is doing. Everybody is still seeing the same challenges. So it's the constant of not changing in people's minds and what they're trying to do for themselves, right? And you mentioned financial peace, where Dave Ramsey always talks about, be willing to live a life that most people aren't willing to do, to live and give, later on, that most people can't do, right? So, and that's kind of what we're trying to do as well. And that's the challenge that we see, that people are putting themselves into a rut or a financial struggle or whatever it might be, because people don't change. And
Exactly.
that's where the coaching comes in, and trying to help people
And that's why
through
you'll
the
notice the name of my business. It's Natural Restorative Health and Wellness Solutions. So I know you
yes,
can't live well. That's what I'm trying to help people do. You can't live well if you're not healthy, if you don't feel good, and you can't live well if you don't have money. So I've kind of put those two passions together here, and that's
of
what I'm
course.
trying to do. And I'm trying to, their solutions is in the name. So we're about
Yes.
implementing solutions here. So,
Yes. And to take that one step further, if I may, you're talking about living well, but also you can't live well if you don't have money. There's this thing that I talk about a lot of times. If you have your health, that's perfectly fine. But if you don't have your wealth, then how can you live well, right? So if you don't have enough money at the end of the month, that's very challenging for you, and then actually will challenge yourself and bring your health down. So it's, all interweaving with each other.
exactly, and I believe on the spiritual realm, we're designed in God's image. So He was the biggest giver ever. He gave His
Of
only Son
course.
for us. And, so I think the only way we can be truly fulfilled is if we're able to give on scales. And giving your time is awesome, but when you're able to have time and money, you can give,
Mm-hmm.
it's, really, and you're unstoppable at that point. So it's about
Yes,
getting a plan and taking action. So,
of course.
we are both partnered with the company Amari Global. So
Yes.
why have you chosen to partner with them? Do you think it's a good stream of income? Just what interests you?
Oh, there's so much to say here. I'll try to keep it brief as I can. My wife and I, we're doing very well in another industry, making a very healthy six-figure income, and we actually left that to partner up with Amari, just like you have as well, because we see twofold. We see the best way possible for ourselves to help other people. And then also we see an opportunity from a financial standpoint to do extremely well for ourselves, and in turn give back to others, right? And that's the whole point of why we're doing this. We want to help other people. We want to help other people with what they're currently struggling with from their health standpoint. And then when we're making more money than we need, then we can give that back, right? And that's the whole point of all of this. So it comes down to twofold of why we're doing what we're doing. And I just love this company, the values that they have,
Will you
and
share the values with the people watching? Because everyone doesn't know, and that is the one thing that attracted me as well.
yeah. So help me with this. So it's love, integrity, honesty, innovation, and humility. Right? Did I get
And
them right?
service, yes.
And service,
Love,
service, and
integrity,
humility.
humility,
Integrity,
service, and
humility,
innovation.
service, and integrity. Yes. So,
Amari
those core
actually means
values.
love for those of you. It means love in Latin for those of you that don't know. So, and we lead with those values. So, like every decision our company makes that we partner with, that's all taken in consideration before they make any decision. And I just love that.
Yes. Yes, and that's what was one of the things that drew us to this company because, as a family, we live by those core values as well, and they just totally interweaved with what we're trying to do. And as far as building a community around us of people who just want to help others and do good for other people and live by those core values, I mean, that is so huge, and it's very refreshing actually to actually be a partner with a company that has those core values. Because if you look in the real world, right? I'm doing the air quotes right here, and you look in the real world and in the corporate world, and we've all been in the corporate world. I still am in the corporate world. In order for a lot of people to move up the ladder, you kind of have to step on some people's toes and some people's heads to go above. You're pushing people down for you to rise. It's not, for me, from how we like to live, that's not the right way. In order for us to actually lift ourselves up, we have to lift other people up. And when you're doing that, you're rising yourself. And we're teaching other people to, come out of their shell. And I quite honestly, this is the best self-help program that we've ever been a part of. And building leaders, it's taught us to be leaders. It's taught us to build leaders within our community and other people that want to help others. And it's so refreshing to be a part of something like that. Yes.
Exactly. So I know there's the three P's that we or work on. We're not just about one thing, and we have many
Yes.
places we're going. We're doing it in phases, but what I love is that we have the platforms, which is really exciting. I don't know. Do you want to
Yes.
speak about the new platform that's about to be
Well, it's
announced?
not. It's not out yet, so I don't think we can really talk about it too much.
Okay.
I think people will truly find how amazing it is. And the three P's is the products, right? So these are mental health products that teach people to live a better life. So the products truly speak for themselves. They're all natural products that have been around, with herbs and vitamins have been around for centuries, that we're just formulating, that work with the gut-brain connection to help people from the mental wellness aspect, which is unbelievable. The other is people. We have the greatest leadership in the company, and we are attracting the type of people just like you, Sandy, who want to be a part of this mission that is so greater than ourselves, the way we can help other people. And then the other thing is the platform that you were just talking about. And this is a platform that goes beyond just the products. It goes beyond the community that we're creating throughout the whole entire country, and we're opening up into the world very, very shortly. But this platform it's a multi-pronged approach where you're going to see different types of, people are into yoga, people are into Reiki, people are into all these different things. That will be infused into all of this because we see, and there's nutrition involved into it. There's so many other things
And
because we
isn't there a
believe.
massive need for the mental wellness help right now?
Oh, totally is, right? But it's not one thing can solve somebody's problem. It's a whole holistic approach that goes into all of this, and we realize that not one thing, right? People who are struggling, they go talk to a therapist who do great jobs for them. But not only, but a lot of times therapists don't realize that they can't do it themselves, but they go ahead and prescribe prescription drugs for somebody to assist them in what they're trying to do. Right? So they can't do it alone. So we realize that they can't do it alone. So we're actually showing all natural products to help people instead of prescription drugs, but also it goes along with the therapy, it goes along with, stretching and yoga and meditation and, and nutrition, you name it. The whole platform, it's a huge holistic approach that really will teach people how to live a better life.
Exactly. I am so thrilled to be a part of this because,
Oh,
it's
yes.
me, it's
So
a
exciting.
mission. It's not just
It
a
is.
job or a business, it's a mission, and I love helping people. So, um, for retirement, talk a little bit about that, because we were talking, people need nowadays more than one stream of income. What is residual income? Is that a part of what's offered here at Amare? How's that
Yes.
work?
Yes. So there's a saying, if you truly knew what residual income really is, you would break through a brick wall to get it.
Exactly.
Okay? So, with that said, residual income is having money work for you instead of you working for your money. And money coming into you on a monthly basis without you working harder every single time. And you build up that residual income, and it's how money will actually work for you while you're sleeping. Right? There's a guy, Grant Cardone, who's online all the time, and he talks about residual income. There's so many other people that talk about residual income and what it does. And there's several different ways to build residual income. There's actually ways through investing to build residual income, but there's also ways, I think the best way to do it is investing in yourself to build that residual income through a company just like this, right? So teaching people how to live better and be better and do better will create that residual income through the products, through the platform, through the people that we're associating with and building the community around, where we're just doing phenomenal things for other people. And that's what creates this residual income, where you get to a point, like I said, you will actually start making money while you sleep, which is amazing, right? I mean, we all right now go to work and put in our time to get paid. We work for somebody else to make them money. They're giving us a piece of what the company makes just as a salary for us to make them richer. But what we're doing for ourselves is working for ourselves to build that residual income, right? So
Exactly.
again,
Just as from
if
a
you
business owner, my whole life pretty much since I was 20 in a furniture, more traditional business, I shut that down. And guess what? All of that labor, all of the work, it's
go
all
on.
gone. So, but it's so
Exactly.
exciting to know that if I push hard, if I help millions of
Yes.
people here, that it will be residual there. So whereas that
If
8 years of work, it was sure nice, while it lasted.
Yeah, so here's another thing. If I can tie this into my retirement, conversation, what we're talking about for building this residual income, right? If you want to retire, and let's say that you wanted to retire and live off of $100,000 a year, okay? So you go to a financial advisor, you're trying to figure it out yourself, and I need $100,000 a year to live off to cover my expenses, do what I ever want to do. What you need is to have $2 million in the bank and drawing 5% off of that to generate
Wow.
$100,000 a year. You tell me
And
how
how
many
many
people have $2
people
million.
actually, do you know the statistic on the people in the US who actually have done that? Because I know I'm not close.
No, but that's the challenge that I see, that we all see as financial professionals, for people when they come to you and say, I need $100,000 to live, because I don't want to change my lifestyle or anything like that. If they don't have $2 million, they can't generate $100,000. However, if you can generate, let's say, $10,000 a month with this business of building residual income that doesn't go away, that's like having, well, let's say $10,000 a month, that's $120,000. That's like having $2.4 million in the bank. You technically don't need to have the money in the bank as long as you're generating that income for yourself. So my wife and I see this as a retirement plan for ourselves. Yes, we still have saved a decent amount of money, but I'm not counting on that, right? That will grow, and I'm okay with that. But I want to create a legacy for my family. And when we leave this earth, we can pass that income stream to our children and create a legacy of just a stream of income, residual income for them. So for me, I see that, right? If you're generating $10,000 a month with this company, it's just like having $2.4 million in the bank, right?
That's
As a
amazing.
retirement plan.
What was one of the other
Yes.
things that really attracted to me this my first conversation with Lauren, I spoke because I already have in my heart, a really big mission to help millions of people. I had it in my heart with mental wellness before my conversation with her, and when I told her about my plan to open foundations,
Yes. Love
and then
that.
she was like, "Well, that's actually expected of the servant leader."
Yes,
And
it
what's
is.
so exciting for me is to see Sarah and her husband actually building theirs now. It is just
Yep.
amazing because before I had faith that I could actually achieve what he put in my heart, and now I see someone starting their own, and it's just,
It's happening.
I know,
And
it's
this
amazing.
and the crazy thing, there are people that are doing that already, and this company's only been around for a year and a half,
I know.
right? So there are people that gotten to that level that are excelling so quickly within this company that are able to start their foundations already. That is our main goal for me and Lauren, and just like you, that's what drew us together, right? The conversation that you and Lauren had with creating that foundation. It is required, like you said, it's required by this company when you get to a certain level to do that, right? And that is our main goal through all of this. And again, that goes back to the service and the humility aspect and the core values and the love and the integrity and the innovation of, and really putting non-negotiables into the people that are joining this company to create innovation through themselves, not necessarily just to make money for themselves, but to give back, right?
Exactly.
It's so amazing. So
That's
amazing.
awesome. So, if someone sees value and like is falling in love with what we're talking about here, the mission, and just has the same heart that we do, and wants to learn more about the topics we covered, the retirement, or how they
Yes.
could help themselves feel better, live more well,
Yes.
maybe get an extra stream of income, how would they learn more?
Of course. So there's a few different ways to learn more, right? So I think one of the best ways that we do is because I mentioned earlier we're trying to build a community of like-minded people like us who want to help others. One of the best ways is we open up different venues as being able to share this opportunity and what this business is and how to help people so they can come to our respective locations. You're in Texas and we're in New Jersey. So in the Philadelphia area. So they can come to the venues that we open up, and we're doing that monthly. Sometimes we open it up in a hotel or at a different type of event or restaurant. We do it in our backyard right here next to our pool so people can hang out there. So we love showing how people can come to that type of venue and see the community that we're building around the people and the process and this platform that we're helping other people, and they can talk to those people and see how everybody else is doing it and really see, can I be a part of this community? And which, when they come to those things, their answer is yes, right? And then the other good way to do that is just, finding us, obviously they're on Facebook and people are watching this, and, reaching out individually, right? And a lot of people like to have individual conversations and have a chat and talk about it and find out and share your life with us, and we'll share what we're doing like we're doing right now, but more on a personal level. And when you like what you hear and you're ready to join this mission that is so greater than us, to help other people, then you're more than willing to join with us.
Exactly, and I just love it. It basically sums it up: be well and do good. Help others.
Yes.
And then the way I put it on my page and in my business is love yourself first, and then love others, which is
Uh-huh.
also the biblical. It's what does he say? those who do not take care of their own household first are worse than the unbelievers. So I have really had to learn my own lessons over the years, and that's what drew me to my own mission. So
Right.
loving taking care of my own health is actually good for my family, for my son,
Yes, and God
for
won't
my
and
community.
God won't give us, anything that he doesn't think that we deserve and to help others, right? So,
Exactly.
it is such a great mission. Such a great mission.
Exactly. So anyone here that is watching us today, please just you can reach out to either me, Sandy Manus, message me here on my business page, or you can call me 903-276-9354. I'm happy to speak to you, and you can also put in the comments or reach out to Brad. I don't know if you want to give all your information as well real fast.
Reach out to Sandy. It's okay. Just
Reach
go
out to
ahead
me.
and reach out to
All
her.
right. Great. Well, thank you so much for coming on today and all the helpful tips. And, I'm working on my plan myself. So hopefully I can live an awesome retirement.
Great, Sandy. Thank you again so
Okay.
much for having me on here.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.